Page 91. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Stats * all attributes linked to chakra, ***, hockey ***, armament hockey LV6, conquerors hockey LV4, observation hockey LV4. Skills * fire dragon flame bullet, proficient, swordsmanship LV6, flash step LV3, night gate LV2, swordsmanship, divine evasion, proficient, sage art, Rasengan LV2, healing palm, proficient, healing wound destruction, proficient, ***, 6 styles *** finger pistol LV1, iron body LV3, shave LV1, moonwalk LV1, tempest kick LV1, paper art LV1. Weapon * demon blade star shatterer, Lake Toya, ** system space * 100 by 100 by 100 cubic meters, next stop, Alabasta, * closes the status screen, star, Lin Mo thought for a moment. The first thing that came to mind was Baroque works, where Princess Vivi and Crocodile were, judging by the timeline, Crocodile probably wasn't in Alabasta yet, so, Lin Mo wasn't sure who he'd run into there. Bottom line, get to Alabasta first, and it's all up to fate who shows up. With that thought, Lin Mo grabbed the 2 jars of sake that the innkeeper, Pak, had given him and headed for the docks. Seeing Lin Mo leave, heading in the direction of the port, Law didn't hesitate and called out. Lin Mo, you heading to that bar near the port? I'm leaving. Lin Mo replied without pausing. What? Law stopped short, stunned. Leaving Drum Island? Why the sudden rush? I'm a traveler, Lin Mo said casually, glancing at him. I don't stay in one place too long. But. Law gritted his teeth. I really admire you. Seriously, won't you reconsider joining my crew? No. Lin Mo continued walking towards the port. Law stood there, staring after him. After a long silence, he called out again, Lin Mo, are we, friends? I mean, can I be your friend? Lin Mo paused, didn't turn around, and just gave a quiet yeah, then kept walking. Law gave a small wave, a tiny smile tugging at the corner of his mouth. All right then, we'll meet again. Next time we do, I'll be way stronger than I am now. I'll be someone who deserves to be your friend. Kureha walked up to Law, took a swig of her drink, and chuckled, heh, looks like you've made up your mind. You bet. Law clenched his fists, full of determination. If I set my mind to it, there's nothing I can't do. In the pine forest outside Kequite Town, Chopper was hiding behind a tree, watching Lin Mo. When he overheard the conversation between Lin Mo and Law, he was crushed. He was happy he knew Lin Mo's name, but Lin Mo was leaving. He didn't want Lin Mo to leave, but he knew Lin Mo had no reason to stay because of him. Seeing Lin Mo getting farther away, Chopper couldn't help himself. He transformed into his reindeer form and trotted after Lin Mo, until they reached the shore. When he saw Lin Mo boarding the boat and untying the rope, Chopper finally lost it. He ran to the water's edge, tears welling up, and pleaded, Men Lin Mon, can you stay? Lin Mo looked at Chopper. You were hiding nearby in Kequite Town, weren't you? Chopper nodded miserably. Lin Mo thought for a moment, then reached out and ruffled Chopper's fur. Since you were there, you probably heard me talking to Law. I'm not sticking around on Drum Island. But. Chopper said sadly. Can't you stay a little longer before you go? I finally found someone who doesn't hate me. I don't want to lose you so soon. Chopper, there's no need to get so emotional, Lin Mo replied as he continued untying the rope. You'll meet plenty of other kind and caring people in the future. But, you and Dr. Hiralik are all I have right now. I don't care about the future, I want things to stay the way they are. Tears welled in Chopper's eyes. I know I'm still weak, but I'll work hard. I'll try my best. I want to earn your respect, and I want to be your friend like that hat-wearing guy. I really don't want you to leave. Seeing how upset Chopper was, Lin Mo had intended to be firm, but then paused and asked, Chopper, are you really bothered that I'm not staying? Chopper didn't understand the question, but nodded anyway. Lin Mo smirked. This ocean is huge, bigger than you can possibly imagine. When you're older, go out to sea and you'll understand how insignificant your problems are right now. Compared to the world, Drum Island is just a speck of dust. Leaving now isn't goodbye forever. Someday, we'll definitely meet again. Chopper sniffled, staring at Lin Mo. Lin Mo untied the last of the ropes. The boat slowly drifted away from the shore. Chopper wanted to stop him, but he knew he couldn't. He wanted to say something more, but he didn't know what. Chopper, Lin Mo called, standing on the boat, looking back at Chopper getting smaller and smaller. He smiled. Actually, we're already friends. Huh? Really? Chopper asked, his voice trembling. Lin Mo smiled and waved. Really? Chopper's tears instantly turned to a smile. I'm definitely going to see someday. When I do, I'll show you how strong I've become. Alright, Lin Mo nodded. The boat carried him further and further away from Drum Island. Once he left the snowy region and the temperature returned to normal, he took off the heavy coat he was wearing. At the same time, up ahead, a half-ship, half-submarine with a sun-like design and a goofy smiley face in the middle was heading his way, half of it above water. It was Law's pirate ship. As Lin Mo's boat and the Heart Pirate's ship passed each other, a polar bear wearing an orange jumpsuit stood on the deck, baring his teeth and shouting, "Ugh, the captain is so indecisive. He said he'd stay on Drum Island for 2 months, and now he's calling us. And now he wants to stay another 2 months. Is it okay to be such a capricious captain?" Page 92. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Haha, no way, he's the boss. Hey, Bebo, you didn't hang up the den mushy, did you? The boss totally heard what you just said. Ah. Bebo, the white bear, freaked out. Seeing the den mushy was still connected, he instantly stiffened, bowed low, and stammered, "Oh, sorry, I didn't mean anything by it." Didn't say anything. Boss, just pretend you didn't hear anything. Ha ha ha, he hung up, but the boss didn't say anything. Bebo, you're toast. He's gotta be boiling mad right now, ha ha ha. You jerk, Pagine. Alright, let's throw down. Bebo instantly struck a one-legged fighting stance. Pagine burst out laughing. Gotta say, the Heart Pirates have a pretty good vibe. Lin Mo just barely cracked a smile, but didn't say anything. The boat carrying him quietly sailed past the Heart Pirate ship, heading for his next stop, Alabasta. Chapter 66 Alabasta. Shanks is on the hunt. Alabasta was a whole different beast than the little islands Lin Mo had been visiting. It was a major power with a huge territory. Since the towns were all built in the desert, anyone traveling through Alabasta needed to pack plenty of water. Lucky for Lin Mo, his system inventory had plenty of room, so he wasn't worried about running dry. Still, he wasn't sure how long the sea voyage to Alabasta would take. So, whenever he passed a small island, Lin Mo would pull in to restock his system inventory. After sailing for almost a month, a huge island of sand finally appeared on the horizon. He pulled the boat ashore and hopped off. The second his feet touched the sand, the system notification popped into his head. Ding! Congratulations, you have arrived at the Alabasta check-in location. Check-in progress plus 10%, current progress is at 10%. Rewarding the new skill, beginner wind style, infinite sandstorm breakthrough. Immediately, knowledge of the infinite sandstorm breakthrough flooded Lin Mo's mind. It was an ability from Naruto that could create a massive desert storm. In Naruto, only a tailed beast could pull it off. Tailed beasts were giant chakra lifeforms with tails, but Lin Mo didn't have that limitation. He could use it just by touching the sand. This ability was basically a game changer in Alabasta, land of sand. Without overthinking it, Lin Mo headed for the nearest town. It was a pretty simple place. People wore headscarves and hats to beat the heat. After all, Alabasta was a desert nation. Lin Mo's current strength made him immune to the heat, but baking in the sun all day still wasn't his idea of a good time. As Lin Mo passed a vendor selling hats, scarves, and goggles, the owner stopped him with a smile. "Hey there. From your getup, you must be a tourist. Welcome to Narrahalla, Alabasta. Friendly advice, you can get heatstroke real easy. Think about grabbing a hat." Lin Mo stopped and looked over the vendor's wares. He was heading to Alabasta, the capital, and had to cross a big desert. A hat was probably a good idea. He quickly picked out a black cowboy hat with an orange brim and a pair of red goggles to stick on the front. "How much?" Lin Mo put the hat on. The vendor rubbed his hands, grinning. "Since you're still a kid, I'll give you a deal. 10 berries. 10 berries for a hat and goggles wasn't bad." Lin Mo paid the vendor and asked, "How do I get to Alabasta?" "You mean the capital?" The vendor took the money, all smiles. Lin Mo nodded. "Alabasta's a long way. Head that way," the vendor said, pointing. "But I suggest you buy a camel to ride, or you'll be walking for at least 2 months. Oh, hey, you probably didn't come alone, right? Do your parents need hats?" Lin Mo ignored the vendor's sales pitch and left. He walked around the small town, bought a camel, and started toward Alabasta at a leisurely pace. Not long after Lin Mo left Narrahalla, a pirate ship flying a flag with crossed swords and 3 scars over the right eye pulled up alongside his boat. "Ha ha ha, the kid really came to Alabasta." A red-haired man grinned on the deck. Next to him, a man with slightly curly hair wearing a headscarf with Yasop on it said, annoyed, "Boss, seriously? We have stuff to do, and now this. Ha ha ha. Haven't seen him in 6 months, and now he's in the Grand Line. I wanna see how much he's grown." The redhead said, grinning, "That's right, it was the red hair pirates, the same guys Lin Mo met in Windmill Village. It's a headache having a boss who sticks his nose into everyone's business." Lucky Roo, who never put his food down, ate the meat right off the bones and said, equally annoyed, "Just so you know, if you're late for that appointment, it's your own fault if you get iced by him." "But I want to see Lin Mo." Red-haired Shanks leaned against the railing, staring at the small wooden boat. "It's not the same boat from Windmill Village, but I'm betting it belongs to Lin Mo. I can practically smell him." "Ha ha ha, boss, you a dog now? You can smell him, ha ha ha." Yasop laughed. The rest of the red-hair pirates cracked up, too. Even Shanks joined in. "Ha ha ha. You really want to see him that bad?" A man in a black shirt with long black hair and a ponytail, a bang hanging over his left eye, a V-neck, baggy pants and boots, with a cigarette in his mouth, asked calmly. Shanks looked at Beckman, grinning. "Of course. We heard he was heading this way. Can't pass up the chance. My gut tells me Lin Mo's looking forward to seeing me, too." Lin Mo wasn't looking forward to it at all. Beckman looked at Shanks' excited face, took a drag of his cigarette, and said, "Okay, 10 days. That's all we're waiting." "Huh? 10 days? Isn't Alabasta huge?" Shanks grumbled. "Boss, be happy with that. I'm just giving you an inch. If it was up to me, you'd get 3 days." Page 94. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Lin Mo said, "I'm fine, don't freak out." The camel ignored him. Instead, it veered off the path to Alabasta, heading in a direction Lin Mo didn't recognize. Chapter 68, Alabasta suits you. Redhair sprinted after Lin Mo. He spotted the small figure on the camel, but before he could celebrate, a desert lizard appeared. Then, the camel carrying Lin Mo sped off at an unbelievable pace. Seeing Lin Mo disappear again, Redhair put on a burst of speed. He was closing in on the giant desert lizard chasing Lin Mo when another one erupted from the sand beside him, jaws gaping, and swallowed Redhair whole. These giant lizards travel in pairs in Alabasta. Almost instantly, a flash of light appeared. Redhair sliced the lizard's head in two. He landed on his feet. The lizard that had been chasing Lin Mo, seeing its partner killed, turned back, furious and seeking revenge. Lin Mo was getting further away, so Redhair didn't hesitate. He cleaved the giant lizard in half with a single stroke, like it was butter, and then took off after Lin Mo, shouting, "Lin Mo, it's me." Wait up, not even at a distance, Lin Mo could sense the auras of the two giant lizards vanish. He also recognized a familiar presence. Turning around, he saw Redhair in his straw hat chasing him. Lin Mo was speechless. Redhair, why is he in Alabasta? And how did he even know I was here? Meeting Redhair here might be a good thing, maybe he can take on some of the Alabasta missions. With that thought, Lin Mo tugged on the camel's reins, trying to stop the terrified animal, but no matter how hard he pulled, the camel wouldn't stop. Finally, Lin Mo yanked the reins back with a little more force. The camel reared up, almost falling over. Lin Mo jumped clear, landing safely on the sand as the camel crashed to the ground. The camel struggled to its feet, looked around, and seemed relieved that the giant lizard was gone. Within minutes, Redhair caught up. "Kid, you're fast," Redhair said, grinning. Lin Mo eyed the straw hat and Redhair's healthy arms. That's not his original one. So, he gave the straw hat to Luffy, huh? And wasn't Redhair supposed to have lost an arm to a Sea King in Windmill Village when he saved Luffy? Could the Sea King that bit off Redhair's arm be the one I killed when I left Windmill Village? Without dwelling on it, Lin Mo looked away and asked casually, "Where are Beckman and the others?" Redhair shrugged. "They're waiting for me on the coast near town. Don't worry about them." "Ha ha ha, Lin Mo, haven't seen you in over half a year." "Miss me?" Lin Mo deadpanned, "No." "Ha ha ha," Redhair roared. "You still don't like talking to people. Some things never change. So, what do you want? Can't I come to say hi?" Redhair grinned. "I heard there was some kid, maybe 10 years old, who goes to every island, hits up the tavern, and buys a ton of booze. Knew it was you right away. I followed your heading, figured you'd come to Alabasta, and what do you know, I was right. Lucky guess." "Okay." Lin Mo said, grabbed the camel's reins, and kept walking. Surrounded by yellow sand, and with the cloudy sky, he couldn't use the sun for directions. He'd just have to walk until he hit the next town and ask for directions. Seeing Lin Mo go, Redhair fell in step beside him. "Didn't think you'd be on the Grand Line this soon. Thought it'd be years before we met again." Lin Mo kept walking, silent. "It was supposed to be years, but thanks to your meddling, it got bumped up." Classic Redhair. "Ha ha ha." Redhair laughed, taking a swig from his flask. He noticed the two swords at Lin Mo's waist. "Ha. You're practicing swordsmanship now?" Lin Mo ignored him. Redhair's gaze locked onto the third-generation Kitetsu. He squinted. "That sword looks an awful lot like the Kitetsu. Could it actually be the Kitetsu?" Lin Mo grunted in affirmation. "That's a cursed blade," Redhair exclaimed. "You're actually handling a cursed blade." Lin Mo chuckled. "What's to handle? Only the weak-willed get controlled by a sword." Redhair was taken aback, then laughed again. "Ha ha ha, you're right. Some junky sword couldn't mess with your willpower. I was overthinking it, ha ha ha." "So," Lin Mo asked dryly, "how long are you planning on keeping Beckman and the others waiting?" Lin Mo was telling Redhair to get lost and leave him alone, but Redhair said casually, "Promised them I'd be back in 10 days. No biggie. We haven't had a decent drink together in ages. When we get to the next town, let's find a tavern and have a good time. My treat. Drinking isn't the worst thing." Lin Mo shrugged, letting out an "okay." Page 95. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The redhead, still in high spirits, glanced at Lin Mo's wine gourd. "Nice gourd. Where'd you get it? I might grab one myself." "Shuangyue Village." "Huh. Shuangyue Village." The redhead stroked his chin, thinking. "Isn't that where the Isen dojo is?" "Yeah." "Ha. No wonder you know swordsmanship. You went to that dojo. I heard the master there is a real powerhouse. Did you ever spar with him? Lin Mo just shrugged, nope. The redhead looked puzzled. Why not? Lin Mo just gave him a seriously. Look, this guy was getting on his nerves. Seeing Lin Mo's silence, the redhead guessed, let me guess. Were you scared? Thought you couldn't beat him? Huh. Lin Mo rolled his eyes. Just kidding. You're the toughest kid I've ever seen. Nothing can faze you. Probably just couldn't be bothered. Didn't want the hassle. Right? Am I right? Chapter 69 Alabasta's proud red hair Lin Mo wasn't one to go looking for trouble, he avoided it whenever he could. He definitely wasn't looking for a fight with just anyone, so, the redhead's guess was pretty accurate. Even so, Lin Mo still wasn't about to answer. Once you open the floodgates with chatterboxes like him, they never stop. The best way was to shut him down before he really got going, one of the few ways Lin Mo could think of to get the redhead off his back. Man, you are a tough nut to crack. Traveling alone, doesn't it get lonely? Lin Mo's silence didn't deter him one bit. Hey, you know, when I was in Windmill Village, I met this really interesting kid. Name's Luffy. Ever heard of him? Lin Mo didn't respond. Oh, I know, star. The redhead continued, remember my straw hat? My old captain gave it to me. You'll never guess who it was. I'll give you a hint. Big prize if you get it right. Lin Mo stayed silent. Yeah, I know, star. Come on, throw me a bone. How about a clue? The redhead grinned. My old captain was a legendary pirate who changed the whole game. Take a shot. Lin Mo internally groaned, you are killing me. Okay, I'll tell you. The redhead chuckled. I used to be a cabin boy on the Pirate King, Gold, Roger's ship. He gave me my straw hat. Pretty awesome, huh? That when Lin Mo didn't react with the appropriate awe, the redhead scratched his head. Wow, you're not even a little surprised. I was on Roger's crew. Shouldn't that be blowing your mind? Lin Mo just stared, surprised. I know your entire history, buddy, star. Ha. The redhead laughed. Guess not. If anything could shock you, it wouldn't be that. Roger giving me this hat meant a lot to me, but I gave it to Luffy. You know why? Lin Mo resisted the urge to scream. I know. How long are you going to keep talking to yourself, star? Suddenly serious, the redhead said, I see the future in Luffy. He might be the one to lead the next generation of pirates. That's why I entrusted him with the hat. And I believe he won't let me down. It was rare to see the redhead so serious. Lin Mo couldn't help but look at him a bit more closely. The redhead turned to Lin Mo, a slight smile playing on his lips. If you were up for joining a pirate crew, I'd put the future of piracy on your shoulders in a heartbeat. Don't get me wrong, Luffy's great, but your potential is off the charts. You're still growing. No exaggeration, you could easily turn the whole world upside down. Lin Mo didn't feel flattered. He just felt like needing a drink. Without a word, he grabbed his gourd, popped the cork, and took a swig. Seeing Lin Mo's lack of reaction, the redhead laughed. Most guys would be strutting around after a compliment like that. Good thing you're too cool for school. You act like you knew it all along. Lin Mo's silence screamed, well, duh. Should I fake excitement for you, star? They continued to walk. After 3 more hours, the redhead's flask was almost empty. Finally, they spotted a green-looking town in the distance. Lin Mo, I see the town. The redhead shouted excitedly. Lin Mo said flatly, yeah, I saw it too. Let's go. I can't wait to try some Alabasta booze. The redhead was practically bouncing with anticipation. Lin Mo had to admit, he was looking forward to it too. They picked up the pace, hurrying into town. Following the locals' directions, they found the biggest tavern in town. Ha! Finally, a decent meal, the Redhead said, pushing open the tavern door and letting Lin Mo go first. Lin Mo stepped inside without hesitation. They walked to the bar, and the Redhead waved, "Hey, barkeep. Give us a case of your best stuff." "A case? Planning to take it to go?" the tavern owner asked. The Redhead grinned. "Nope. We're drinking it right here." "Whoa, a whole case? All by yourself?" The tavern owner looked surprised. Page 96. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The Redhead pointed at Lin Mo beside him and grinned. "This kid's here too. We're done drinking anyway, so cut the chatter and let's head to the bar." He then reached into his pocket, grabbed a fistful of gold, and slammed it onto the counter. The tavern owner's eyes lit up. He quickly pocketed the gold, nodding and bowing. "Right away, sir. I'll get you the best stuff in the house." The other patrons, seeing the Redhead flash that kind of cash, couldn't help but feel a little jealous. "That guy's loaded. If he's got money to burn, why not buy us a drink?" "Huh, dream on. They don't even know you. Why would they?" "Hey, you never know. Maybe they'll be generous." "What do you say, Red?" The Redhead smirked. "Sure, but I didn't bring much. That's probably enough for a few cases. We can all share." "Huh? Did I hear right? He's actually buying." "Huh, looks like the kid's alright." "Yeah, he seems like a good guy." "What's your name, kid?" The Redhead took off his straw hat and tossed it on the bar. "I'm Shanks. But don't worry about me. Remember the kid next to me. That's Lin Mo." Lin Mo just rolled his eyes. "So much for keeping it simple." "Ha ha ha." Shanks roared with laughter. The other drinkers started buzzing about it. "Shanks. That name rings a bell." "Nah, can't place it." "Lin Mo. Never heard of him." "Why should we remember Lin Mo?" "Hold on, this Lin Mo kid can't be more than a few years old. He can even drink. Isn't it a bit much, bringing a kid to a bar like this?" "TCH, what do you know? You gotta start young. Nothing wrong with teaching a kid to drink early. Maybe we old-timers wouldn't stand a chance against a kid like that, ha ha ha." Amidst the chatter and laughter, the tavern owner delivered a case of top-shelf liquor and set it down in front of Shanks. Shanks immediately popped open a bottle and handed it to Lin Mo. Lin Mo took it without hesitation and took a big swig. Seeing Lin Mo drink so freely, the tavern owner couldn't help but sigh. Kids these days, they can hold their liquor. "Hey, boss," Shanks grinned. "That gold should cover a few boxes, right? Take the rest and treat the other customers. Drinks are on us." "Huh?" The tavern owner looked surprised. "You're new in town, you don't know anyone. You really wanna buy for everyone?" The Redhead waved it off. "Drinking should be a party. Like a banquet. It's more fun when everyone's laughing and making noise together, don't you think?" The other drinkers cheered in unison. "Yeah, Chapter 70 The Courageous Desert Bandit in Alabasta Shanks was known for liking to throw parties, and Lin Mo knew it very well. Plus, the Redhead was a naturally generous and easygoing person, so it was no surprise that he was buying everyone around. Just as the tavern owner was delivering the drinks, the door of the tavern was suddenly kicked open. A man wearing a tea-green turban and a headband inlaid with blue gems strode in, followed by a bunch of goons. The cheerful atmosphere in the tavern immediately evaporated. "Hey, they're desert bandits." "What? How did they get into town? Where are the guards? We're doomed. I hear desert bandits are ruthless, burning, killing, and looting. If they target us, we're in trouble. Why are we so unlucky?" The drinkers were terrified. The leader of the bandits laughed. "Aha! Unlucky for you that Dak is here. Everyone, cough up the cash if you don't want to get hurt." Dax men brandishing guns and knives scattered throughout the tavern, demanding money from the drinkers. If they didn't comply, they'd just take it by force. The tavern owner hid under the bar, shaking with fear. Chaos erupted in the tavern. Only Shanks and Lin Mo continued to drink at the bar as if nothing was happening. One of Dak's men approached the bar, held a long knife to the redhead's neck, and snarled, "All right, hand over all your money if you want to live." The redhead glanced at the man, then raised his hands, smiling. Okay, here you go. But, hey, don't accidentally hurt any of the other customers. Hey! You got the wrong idea. We're desert bandits. Don't try to negotiate. Give me your money now. The redhead cooperated and pulled out the few gold coins he had left. Dak's henchman snatched the coins, then his eyes fell on Lin Mo, who was still drinking, and were drawn to the three-generation ghost sword hanging at Lin Mo's waist. The sword's appearance was simple, and most people wouldn't recognize its value. However, this guy actually knew something about swords. He recognized it right away. It was cursed sword. Even if he knew the curse that came with it, it was worth the risk. Dak's henchman shifted the knife from the redhead's neck to Lin Mo's. Hey, kid, hand over your sword. Lin Mo took a sip of his drink and turned to the person holding the knife to him. Get that thing away from me. Hey! You got a death wish. Give me the sword. Dak's man snarled. If you don't, I'll kill you. I wouldn't do that if I were you. The redhead finished off his bottle in one gulp, grabbed another one from the case, popped it open, and said casually, "That kid is way out of your league. Besides, that sword is more than you can handle. Take the money and get out of here. Don't go looking for trouble. Bastard, you think I won't kill this kid?" Dak's thug was getting really pissed. He swung his knife at Lin Mo's head. Lin Mo just sat there, drinking. The knife came down towards his neck. Page 97. You are listening at novelfull.audio. There was a sharp snap, and the knife under Dak's hand broke clean. Lin Mo's neck remained untouched. What the? How'd that happen? My knife, why'd it break? One of Dak's men said, dumbfounded. The red-haired man smirked. Guess your hardware's got some issues. Lin Mo kept drinking, unfazed. Hey, what gives? How'd your knife break like that? Seriously, you couldn't even handle a kid? Ha ha ha. Hopi, need a hand? Just cut me in for half the take, and I'll take care of this for you, ha ha ha. Hopi stared at the broken knife in his hand, his face flushed with rage and embarrassment. My knife must have been worn out, that's all. Don't get cocky, kid. I'll show you what desert thieves are made of. He snatched a revolver from one of his buddies, aimed it point blank at Lin Mo's head, and pulled the trigger. The bullet screamed toward the back of Lin Mo's head. Just as it was about to hit, Lin Mo casually tilted his head, and the bullet grazed his hair, slamming into the wine rack nearby. Hopi was stunned. He kept pulling the trigger, emptying the revolver. Beginner's luck. That's all that was. Now, let's see you dodge this, you little punk. Eat lead. Lin Mo just swayed slightly, effortlessly dodging every bullet Hopi threw at him. Then, he looked back at Hopi, unimpressed. The first one might have been a fluke, but avoiding the rest. No way that's a coincidence. Hopi was floored. This kid he'd written off was dodging bullets left and right. When Lin Mo turned to face him, Hopi actually took a step back. What the hell? What's with this kid? How's he dodging bullets? This is bogus. The other thugs stared, their eyes wide with disbelief. The red-haired man propped his head on his hand, bottle in the other, watching Lin Mo with a knowing smile. Looks like you know a thing or two. What's going on here? Dake, the leader of the desert thieves, strode toward Hopi. Hopi scrambled behind Dake, stammering nervously, "Boss, this kid's a freak. I think he's some kind of monster." "Monster or not, he's just a punk," Dake growled. He'd been busy shaking down the other patrons and hadn't seen the whole thing. "Boss, let's get out of here," Hopi pleaded, his voice laced with fear. Dake glared at him. Are you kidding me? Who do you think we are? If we're leaving, we're cleaning this place out first. Dake glared at Lin Mo, hefting his mace. Looks like you spooked my boys, little twerp. Let's see how you handle this. A bloodthirsty glint flashed in Dake's eyes. Without another word, he swung the mace, made of some special material that could crush stone, straight for Lin Mo's head. Lin Mo silently coated his fist with armament hockey. As Dake's mace came down, he threw a punch. There was a muffled thud. Dake's mace shattered on impact, right in front of everyone. Chapter 71 Alabasta was discovered. The tavern went dead silent. Dake, leader of the desert thieves, stared at the handle of his mace in disbelief. His crew looked on in horror. Lin Mo glanced at the fragments of the mace on his fist, frowned slightly, and flicked them off. That simple gesture was enough to convince Dake that Lin Mo was about to pound him. And he stumbled back in fright. We're out of here. Get going. Dake bolted for the door, his crew right behind him. As soon as they were gone, cheers erupted in the tavern. Awesome. Who knew you were so strong, Lin Mo? No wonder Shanks told us to keep an eye on you. Turns out you're not just some kid. You actually scared off those desert rats. Lin Mo, you're something else. Well, they did take our money, but at least we're all okay. This near-death experience is a rush. The tavern owner poked his head up from behind the bar. Seeing everyone laughing and drinking again, he decided to cut his losses. Drinks are on the house tonight, everyone. Huh? Seriously, boss? We can drink a lot. You sure you can handle it? Ha ha ha. If the boss is offering, we're not gonna say no, hee hee. Let's drink, boss. We've all been through something together. We're drinking till we drop. Alright. Let's raise a glass to our little hero, Lin Mo. The tavern was as lively as it had been before the desert thieves barged in. Lin Mo kept drinking, silent as ever. To be this cheerful after getting robbed. These people have a good attitude. The red-haired man smiled at Lin Mo, then opened another bottle for him. How's it feel being the center of attention? The redhead asked with a grin. Lin Mo said dryly, not great. Ha ha ha. The redhead laughed, clearly amused. Just then, the tavern door swung open again. A tall, young man in an Arabian turban, wearing deep purple four-pointed star makeup around his eyes, a white robe with black square patterns, and 2 orange necklaces, stepped in with a group of heavily armed guards. Everyone in the tavern recognized him instantly. Wait, isn't that Pell, the vice-captain of the royal guard? Captain Pell should be protecting His Majesty the King in the capital. Why's he come to a small town like this? Page 98. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Could that have been about those desert lowlifes from before? Master Bell, those thieves are gone. Everything's fine here. Gone. Bell was surprised. He was just passing through, and when he got the distress call about desert thieves, he rushed over. These guys could hurt even the town guards, and now they're telling him they were driven off. Bell scanned the tavern, his eyes landing on 2 people by the bar, a grown man and a kid. They weren't dressed like locals. Could they have scared off the bandits? Bell walked into the tavern, heading straight for the pair. You too, Bell said, his tone neutral. Did you run off the desert thieves? Lin Mo ignored him. The redhead grinned around his drink. Yup, but he did it single-handedly. He pointed at Lin Mo. Lin Mo shot him a look that said, keep talking and see what happens. Bell glanced at Lin Mo, surprised. He hadn't even asked for details yet. The other patrons started singing Lin Mo's praises. That's right, that kid did it, Lord Bell. You should have seen it. He smashed the boss's weapons with 1 punch. Yeah. We all saw it. Those guys were shooting at him from like 6 feet away and couldn't hit him. And one guy tried to stab him, and his knife broke. I'm starting to think this kid's not even human. The knife just bounced off his skin. Bottom line, this kid's a lifesaver. We're all okay because of him. Bell was skeptical at first. How could a kid chase off so many thieves? But with so many witnesses, after a moment, Bell spoke. I'm Bell, adjutant of the Alabasta Royal Guard. Thanks for your help with this. He gave a slight bow. I'm on official business, so I can't stay long. As thanks, drinks are on me. Well, Lord Bell, the tavern owner said, scratching his head with a nervous smile. Drinks are free for everyone today. Stay and have one before you go, if you like. Bell. Ha. The redhead laughed. No need for the formalities. This kid isn't that greedy. If you really want to thank him, buy him a drink next time you see him. All right, Bell nodded. In that case, I'll be going. Seeing that Lin Mo was still ignoring him, Bell turned and left the tavern. As soon as he was gone, Lin Mo complained to the redhead. You talk too much. Ha. The redhead just laughed. The tavern owner brought them 2 more drinks. When Lin Mo called Shanks Redhead, something clicked. He'd felt like he recognized the guy, but couldn't place him. Hey, you're not the captain of the Red Hair Pirates, are you? The tavern owner whispered. The redhead grinned. Oops, you caught me. You're really. Realizing he was too loud, the tavern owner clapped a hand over his mouth, then leaned closer to them. I can't believe we were saved by a pirate. So, you're here for that too? That? The redhead asked, feigning innocence. What, that? The devil fruit. The one they're auctioning off in Yuba in a couple days. Huh. Devil fruit. The redhead looked comically surprised. Lin Mo rolled his eyes. Shoo. Keep it down. The tavern owner made a silencing gesture. You really didn't know? That the redhead scratched his head and grinned. I know now. The tavern owner sighed. The redhead looked at Lin Mo and asked with a smile, devil fruits aren't exactly common, kid. Wanna check it out? Lin Mo sipped his drink. Not interested. Chapter 72 Alabasta's unwanted guest Lin Mo and the redhead didn't stick around at the tavern after asking about Albana. Lin Mo hopped on the camel he'd bought in Narahara and set off. The redhead trailed along, babbling about wanting to see the auction in Yuba. Lin Mo ignored him the whole time, until they reached a rocky desert with a large group of pale birds, looking injured. They were twitching on the ground. These were deceitful birds, known for faking injuries to get travelers to feel sorry for them, then stealing their belongings. Huh? What's with these birds? The redhead looked puzzled. Lin Mo smirked. Why don't you go find out? Good idea. The redhead ran over and grabbed one, shaking it. Hey, you guys okay? The bird twitched weakly, like it was dying. The redhead turned to Lin Mo, excited. These birds look like they're goners. Why don't we let them go out with a bang? Lin Mo. The redhead grinned. Looks pretty plump. Bet it'd taste great. The bird in his hand started struggling. Oh. You're alive after all. The redhead smiled, grabbed the bird by the neck, stood up, looked at Lin Mo again, and asked, how do you want it? Roasted whole. Page 99. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Lin Mo smiled and said, whatever you want. Alright, then I'll show off my skills today. Red Hair grinned at the poor bird, who was already sweating bullets. The other birds that had been playing dead on the ground suddenly jumped up, flapping their wings and taking off. Huh? What's going on? Red Hair looked surprised. The bird he was still holding squawked and shrieked, on the verge of tears. Ha ha ha. Red Hair laughed, letting go of the bird. As soon as the bird was free and tried to catch up with its buddies, the sand around Red Hair and Lin Mo began to shake. Then, countless huge, root-like piranha plants burst from the ground, lunging at Lin Mo, Red Hair, and the slow bird. Looks like there are some big guys hiding under the sand. Red Hair smirked, drawing his sword as 2 of the giant plants snapped at Lin Mo. The camel bolted, just like it had with the giant lizard, managing to evade both attacks. Lin Mo didn't try to stop the fleeing camel. Maybe he could use this chance to ditch Redhair. Redhair saw the camel running away at a good clip. If he didn't hurry, he'd lose him. Without hesitation, Redhair slashed horizontally, unleashing a wave of invisible energy that sliced through all the plants around him. The attack also saved the bird, who was about to be swallowed. Seeing Lin Mo's figure getting farther away, Redhair grabbed the bird's leg. "I saved your life," Redhair grinned. "It's not too much to ask for a ride after that kid, right?" Squeak. The bird panicked. Remembering the man's sword skills, it felt a shiver down its spine. For its own sake, the bird, tears in its eyes, beat its wings and strained to fly towards Lin Mo. After running wildly for over 3 hours, the camel finally gave out and collapsed on the sand. Panting heavily, Lin Mo hopped off. He took out his flask and took a swig. Just when he thought he'd shaken off Redhair, Redhair's aura appeared in midair. "Hey, Lin Mo!" Redhair waved excitedly from above. Lin Mo was speechless. This guy was persistent. After landing, Redhair patted the back of the sweaty bird and said with a grin, "Thanks, haha, you can go now." The bird, relieved, scurried away with tears in its eyes. Redhair looked at the exhausted camel. "This guy is jumpy, hahaha, luckily I caught up." "Lin Mo, where to next?" "Whatever," Lin Mo said dryly. "In that case, we'll keep going this way," Redhair grinned. "Wherever it leads." Lin Mo replied indifferently, "Okay." They rested for an hour, and once the camel recovered, they set off again. After nearly 2 days in the desert, they arrived at a large, green town surrounded by tall trees. Finally. Redhair was red and sweaty. Lin Mo was also covered in sweat. They hurried into town. This town was bigger and richer than the last one. The people on the street were fashionably dressed, and the buildings looked newly renovated. "Wow, this town looks pretty good," Redhair said, looking around with a smile. Lin Mo walked on in silence. They passed a stall selling golden apples. The vendor immediately held out a golden apple, trying to sell it to Lin Mo and Redhair with a sly grin. "Hey, you two are from out of town, right? Want to try a golden apple? These aren't your ordinary apples. They're secret treasures from ancient ruins. Eat just one bite and you'll live for 1,000 years. "Huh? Golden apples?" Redhair asked, surprised. "Can you really live for 1,000 years from one bite?" Seeing Redhair's interest, the vendor grinned. "Absolutely. I'm not lying." Redhair's eyes lit up. "That's amazing." The vendor continued with a smirk. "Golden apples are on sale now, just 1,000 berries each. How about it? Want to buy a couple for you and your kid?" "Kid?" Redhair was taken aback. "Yeah," the vendor said, pointing at Lin Mo. "He's with you, isn't he your son?" Redhair burst out laughing. "Pfft. Ha ha ha, if only he was my kid, ha ha ha." Lin Mo. "Huh? You're not father and son?" The vendor scratched his head, then waved dismissively. "Huh, doesn't matter. Just buy one for you both. It's worth it, guaranteed. You won't regret it." Chapter 73 Alabasta's targeted auction. The so-called golden apples were just ordinary apples painted gold to fool outsiders. Only the naive or gullible would fall for it. But Redhair, a guy who was nearly 30, actually believed it. The problem was, Redhair had blown all his money in the last town and was now broke. "Lin Mo, lend me 1,000 berries," Redhair whispered to Lin Mo. Lin Mo refused. "No way." "Huh? But it's a golden apple." Redhair was disappointed, but still muttered, "Eat one bite and you can live for 1,000 years. Page 100. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Lin Mo kept walking, silent. The redhead trailed behind him. The guy selling golden apples just stared as they left, muttering, "Did those two switch roles or something? Why does the kid act like the adult?" Back in the desert, we didn't have to worry about food. Some big, fearless creatures kept popping out of the sand to attack us. Lin Mo had plenty of food in his system storage, but he couldn't just pull it out with Red watching him, so, we enjoyed 2 solid days of desert meat. Now that we're in town, it's time for a real meal. Lin Mo picked a tavern-style restaurant at random. He ordered a ton of food and 2 bottles of wine. The redhead plopped down across from him, clasped his hands, and grinned. "Thanks for treating, I'm starving." Lin Mo ignored him and started eating. Red didn't waste any time either, shoveling food in like he hadn't eaten in days. At the next table, 2 nervous guys huddled together, whispering. "You sure it's tonight?" "Yeah, I heard you need tickets for the auction." "Luckily, I snagged a couple." "Huh, I can't afford anything too fancy, but it'll be cool to see the sea's secret treasure." They were talking quietly, lost in the restaurant's general buzz. Even so, both Lin Mo and Red heard them clearly. "Lin Mo, that sea's secret treasure they're talking about, that's the thing, right?" The redhead mumbled through a mouthful of food, not caring how he looked. Lin Mo didn't respond. As the waiter brought over the last big plate of fried noodles, Lin Mo asked, "What's the name of this town?" The waiter looked surprised. "This is Yuba." "Don't you even know where you are?" The words were barely out of his mouth when the redhead choked, spitting out his food. "Ft, ha 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 ha, this is Yuba." "Seriously?" "Yes, sir." The waiter's forehead was beaded with sweat. He hurried off to work. The redhead was practically rolling in his chair with laughter. "Lin Mo, isn't that the craziest coincidence?" Lin Mo kept eating. "Yeah, a little too convenient, almost like it was planned. Maybe there's some quest in this town I need to complete. And if there is, it's probably connected to that underground auction." Lin Mo thought it over. The redhead leaned forward. "Since we're here, why not check out the auction?" Lin Mo looked up at the expectant redhead. He nodded. "Okay." The redhead froze for a second, then burst out laughing and went back to his food. "To get into the auction, you needed a ticket." "Sure." Lin Mo and Red could probably just force their way in, but that would cause a scene and that would mean trouble for him. Better to do it the normal way, keep a low profile. So, when the 2 guys at the next table got up to leave after their meal, Lin Mo tossed a bag of money to Red and told him to get the tickets. "Huh? You're not coming with me?" The redhead caught the bag and pouted. "Just me. That's no fun." Lin Mo said flatly, "Then you don't have to go. And we won't go to the auction." "Hey, you can't do that. You just said you'd go. How are we supposed to get in without a ticket?" "So, you will help me figure out how to get tickets?" "I'm not going." "Why not?" "Too much hassle." Red just stared at him. The redhead put his straw hat on. "Fine. But you can't sneak off without me." Lin Mo sighed. "Got it." The redhead grinned. "Okay, I'm off." He jumped up and followed the direction the 2 guys had gone. Lin Mo paid the bill and left the restaurant, planning to wander around by himself. He stopped at a stand selling snake wine. He'd never tried snake wine before. He stared at the cobra soaking in the big glass jar, wondering if he should buy a cup.